So we'll see. Matt is red, so it's right, and WhiteDefender is blue. So yeah, we are starting the match finally. We can see WhiteDefender is playing as Beasts, and Matt once again as Fallen. This was interesting. He actually started building Deformer and then decided to destroy it and make another one, because he probably confused the position of his base and he thought that the entrance is right here. Well, it is obviously right here, so a little bit waste of time and resources, but he should be able to fix that really quickly. Here we can see a really quick opener with almost immediate sables, and now going for the arena also really quickly. Small gap between minions, not too effective, but shouldn't affect him too much. Matt finally finished his Deformer, going for first hive. Making more harvesters, of course. Playing really well here with the control form, so he has population for everything. Yeah, let me actually open this, at least for now. So we can see there is no fighting, so it shouldn't interrupt the vision too much. I can see some bets there, but yeah, if you cannot bet for something, maybe check your points. Just exclamation mark points. Also, you see all the comments under stream. There is Northern Coins section, like a panel, and there are all the comments that you can use. So you can check the amount of coins you have. Also, you should get 1 coin every 10 minutes for free. So if you spend everything, you should still be able to participate in those small games. So we have 2 hives here, pretty standard opener for Fallen, of course a little bit slowed down by the Deformer mistake, but it's still fine. Here we can see first warrior. This is like the optimal time to make first warrior, but he kinda rushed the arena and stables, which slowed him a little bit. He made the minions a little bit later than he should have, but overall I don't think it will have too big of an impact. Probably still smaller impact than the Deformer. On the Matt side, he's going once again for Incubator, really similar to the first game, not ideal position, definitely want to make it down here. Of course he would need to walk there with his summoner, which is quite far away, but he could also just make it here and harvest the wood in this area. But this is not too effective. Not making any harvesters, once again a small mistake. But he's producing, I mean, he doesn't have gold right now, but he's going for another summoner. I don't think that's needed because he's already making a control form here. And he just needs to make more units for now. We can see Weapon Master being almost finished here, going for a Goblin Hut. Maybe taking an inspiration from Urakar that played Beast in the game before, or 2 games before maybe. Finally, some exploration is happening. This is really late in the game. This was like, I don't even know how many minutes, but pretty long before either of the players decided to finally scout the map. Here we can see 1 Lightning Spire, pretty standard format. Yeah, I'm just reading the comments here really quickly. Yeah, just some complaining about not using anti-air. It seems like that's really the deciding factor. Outside of like 3 games already, 2 of them were decided by flying units. So definitely maybe want to take a note on that, and if you play some matches later in the tournament, you want to maybe build some towers or some ranged units to deal with that. Here we have AFK minion, definitely want to move him somewhere, utilize him, at least explore. Yeah, I mean, WhiteDefender didn't explore a single part of the map yet. He has no idea what is happening. If Matt just went straight for hive guards or anything flying, he would just totally destroy him. This is also interesting, going for the superior boomerang upgrade right before he even starts making a first Goblin Hunter. So this is really interesting. Also, he has only 1 minion on gems, which for now is okay, but once he starts moving towards trolls or witches, harpies, basically any advanced unit or semi-advanced unit, he will need lots of gems. Most of the units for beast cost 75 gems in the advanced section, and also goblin hunters cost like 10 gems. So he definitely wants to bring another minion to the gems mine. Actually, it's pretty far. He should have 3 of them here, and he has 1. If we check the amount here, I think on gold he has 10 or something, which should be fine. He's making the dark altar. He has 5 on wood. I don't think that's too necessary. He actually has rally point on wood still, and is making another minion. Finally brought another minion to gems. Okay. He's going to mount all his goblin riders here. Matt is doing a really nice exploration. Basically everything you see on the map was explored by Matt, because WhiteDefender didn't move from his town yet. We can see some nice army here. 3 hive spitters, some hive stingers, and not going for the wild cocoon yet. I was expecting it, but maybe he decided to not do that. Yeah, now he's going for it. 40 population taken. 43 actually already. None of the players are going for expansion, but to be honest, WhiteDefender cannot really expand right now, because he is being scouted by hive stingers basically on all paths available. Seems like he's going for the same strategy as Urakar, just a little bit slower. He don't have that many units. Maybe he's going for trolls a little bit earlier, but he definitely has fewer warriors and similar amount of goblin riders. Finally starting the beastry, but wild cocoon is already finished from 50%. I would definitely like to see a little bit more hive spitters here. You can see one being produced. He definitely has resources for another one, but he doesn't have population. So yeah, he's producing summoners. Seems like he's actually going for an expansion, probably to this area I would expect. But the problem here is that since WhiteDefender actually didn't explore a single thing on the map yet, he has no idea when Matt is. If he already knew that he was here, there would be a higher chance that if he decides to attack, he will just go straight to this place. But now, since he doesn't know anything about the map and position of his enemy, there is quite high chance that he will just try to attack the enemy and go to this area where the expansion will most likely be. Actually, maybe it will be right here. I don't know where he will decide to make it. Of course, this would be a little bit easier to defend because it's closer to the main town of Matt, but it's not that well hidden from the enemy attacks. We can see more hive spitters, so I'm definitely glad about that, but I would still like to see some hive guards now as well, since he finished the wild cocoon anyways. But he should definitely also upgrade the metamorphosis, so he can start flying with his hive stingers. And if he does that, maybe he won't even need to make hive guards, because he will be able to counter trolls with that on its own. So WhiteDefender has his first witch produced. He's making first troll. Matt is making the expansion, but WhiteDefender is finally going to explore a little bit. And he's going for the corners, so actually Matt made a really good decision here that he didn't go to the corner, and he made it right here, because even if the Goblin Hunter explores it or reveals it, finds it later, it will at least give Matt some more time to deal with that. Yeah, seems like Goblin Hunters are moving to this area, so he will find out about it. He's already moving his army. Matt should definitely move it to this expansion, but... Oh, this was really nice. He's just hidden in the high grass here. And WhiteDefender is also making an expansion.
Our research complete, Master.
Yeah, I don't think he can see him, but he'll probably spot him with the Goblin Hunter here. Yeah, he did. And seems like WhiteDefender is actually not going to attack this expansion. He's just making his own one and trying to protect it. Let me check the resources really quickly. Both players are spending quite well. Matt has lots of gems and wood saved up, but that might not be a problem actually, because once he gets his expansion, he should get a ton of more gold, and then he will be actually able to spend all of those gems on some advanced units, and he's already going for them, probably some Avengers, because he's building a soul trap. But I would probably still not stand here in the base, because he explored the map, he knows the layout, he knows that the enemy is right here and he's building an expansion here, and his army is here. So the chance of WhiteDefender going to this area and attacking the main town of Matt is probably not that high. So I would say it will be much wiser to just go here and defend the expansion for Matt. Also, he should be definitely already producing some harvesters here. Both players have quite decent population window, so they don't need to worry about it for a while. Yeah, but Matt should definitely move his army. I mean, I don't think WhiteDefender will attack. Maybe he will, we'll see. It seems like he's just defending his expansion. But this position is just not really useful. I would say he should definitely stand here and defend this. And maybe put like one hive stinger here, one hive stinger here, or just in the middle. He actually has one here, but that won't really help him determine where the enemy will go. But if we just place them a little bit more in the back, he will easily see where the enemy goes, and then he can just retreat to his main town and he will be fine. But definitely here, this is like a really long time of having an expansion where you don't produce harvesters. He's basically giving up the advantage that he made by building the Dark Fortress much earlier than enemy building the stronghold, but he's just not really utilizing it because he's not producing any harvesters there. But he decided to make 2 vengeance halls, which is nice. Actually, yeah, not a fight, but just a small scout. Maybe scared a little bit WhiteDefender. Still no harvesters. Okay, this is already like 2 minutes maybe. Minute and a half, finally we can see some harvesters here. I would still definitely utilize the second Dark Fortress anyways, because even though it's really far, the harvesters would need to go from here for quite a long time. Eventually they would get there and it would be just twice as fast than creating it in just one Dark Fortress. But at least Matt has some saved up gems, as I said. Vengeance Hall is finished. Now we'll see if he'll go for some nightmares, which I don't expect. Yeah, he's just going straight up for Chamber of the Avengers. Might be also a good idea to make a tower in his expansion, or maybe even 2 of them. Matt has really interesting position choice here. He just moved towards this expansion that is not even taken. So he's just accumulating his units here. Not much is happening, and this is actually really smart because one Harpy is exploring, which will give him some extra information about the situation of the whole matchup, because as I said, he was just not exploring anything yet. Now he will check this expansion. Actually, maybe he doesn't know even about this expansion. I know there was the Goblin Hunter that was going towards him, but then he just moved and ran away. So maybe he just doesn't even know about it. We can finally see some Hive Guards from Matt. That's also quite nice.
The building complete, Master. The enemy is attacking us.
We'll see what Matt will decide to do from here. Seems like he's just standing here. I don't really understand this position because he doesn't have an expansion. I would understand if he decides to make 2 expansions, which would be actually quite interesting idea, because the defender is playing really defensively and Matt definitely has the time to create the expansion here. Doesn't really have the resources for that, Also doesn't have population now, but would be definitely a viable option. WhiteDefender definitely spotted this army with the Harpy. Seems like he's trying to make a move here, maybe going to destroy it. Yeah, it seems like he's actually expecting Matt to make an expansion here, because I think he didn't see this expansion yet. So he just thinks that Matt doesn't have an expansion and he wants to create it here, since he has the units on this position. So I think he will just try to kill him. And to be honest, this should definitely destroy the fallen army. Even more units are coming. He should definitely make more trolls, but outside of that, I think this is really okay. Just 2 berserkers, but there are not too many hive stingers anyway, so he just needs to stop them with something, and this should definitely do the job. But we can see finally some Avengers. Yeah, actually some harassment from Matt. Need to destroy his totem, then he can harass however he wants. But this is really bad because Matt has his army here and is going to get totally destroyed, while the Avengers are not even in the fight. So maybe just the best decision here would be to run away. Goblin riders are really slow, so he would be actually maybe able to run away from him, save these units, and then somehow return to his home. We actually have small lag here. Actually, multiple lags. Hopefully it will not drop. Yeah, totally destroyed, but as you can see, Hive Guards are doing their job here. At least killing the minions. Seems like WhiteDefender is going straight for the town, and it will be no problem for him. The trolls will just totally destroy the Avengers. We will see if maybe we'll figure something out. Yeah, the Goblin Riders are not too effective against Avengers, but the trolls will just deal with that problem. We can see upgrades, 2-1 on Goblin Riders. Matt has 0 upgrades on his units. Okay, I don't know why he's making second weapon master. Maybe he wanted more upgrades at once. But didn't finish it. But he managed to kill the Hive Guards, and now it should be GG. Actually, WhiteDefender is writing GG when he's winning. It's not supposed to work like that. The one who is losing should write GG and leave, but yeah, Matt actually left anyways. So yeah, this was our 4th matchup actually. It was supposed to be 5th, but we swept the matches, and WhiteDefender was the winner here. 32 kills, just lost 13 units. 32 largest army, pretty similar actually. Here we have buildings, and I'm actually quite interested about the resources. Actually pretty similar. Matt had a little bit more. Eventually he probably had more harvesters there in the expansion than WhiteDefender had his minions, even though he started making them actually a little bit earlier, even though his expansion started a little bit later. But Matt had way more gems. Actually also spent them in the end, but he just split the army. That was not too wise. I think he should have kept it in his main town for a little bit longer. That would definitely help him a little bit more.